Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on the spooky stream, Rise of Insanity. That's right, it's time for Spooky Stream! With your host, Harlan Guthrie.
Oh, thank you for that. That's so fantastic of you. Hi, my name is Harlan Guthrie, and welcome to the spooky game night. Spooky game night 30, actually, as a matter of fact. We have done 30 of these fucking things. Actually, we've done a lot more than 30. We've probably done like 50 at least. But we've sort of separated them up into different categories because some of them were like, you know, Resident Evil and all that kind of stuff, where they're like mini campaigns and stuff like that. But this is the 30th official spooky game night. I'm saying it's official because I don't know if Rise of Insanity is enough to dedicate an entire multi-part stream to. It might be a one-off. That might be the end of it. Actually, John sent me a list of spooky games I should check out because I don't really remember what they were right now. I'm gonna turn this down. It's fucking loud. This game is fucking loud. I don't... Gameplay? Audio. Let's do that. Just for now. That's right! Ladies and gentlemen, spooky game night. Welcome. Hey Bjorn. Hey Tamiko. Hey Michael and Brianna and Zia. And I saw Jeff was here and... Man, the whole gang is here hanging out on this Saturday night. Thank you so much for chilling. Big round of applause for yourselves. Last night, we were supposed to do the spooky stream. It got canceled, unfortunately. A little baby hen got sick. Actually, Holly's sick too, so it was a bit of a mismatch, and I had to play nurse, which I like playing, to be honest. It's nice to run around and take care of things with my shirt off, as Michael and Brianna pointed out, spooky shirtless. I was bummed, obviously, because baby's sick and because we had to cancel, but I'm happy that we got to do it tonight. I didn't know how it was going to work out, but he seems to be feeling better. And Holly's feeling a lot better, and now we're here hanging out and about to have the most spooky night that we might have ever had before. Hey Dan Blake, I didn't see you there. Not maid, no. Yeah, I was maid to hen. That seems weird. Baby hen and the maid. So, spooky game night. If this is your first spooky stream, welcome. This is a great one to start at because it's so crazy. Rise of Insanity. This game is currently rated very positive on Steam. Hey Joe. Hey Megan. You almost forgot about it. How could you? That totally makes sense. It's very positive on Steam right now. I gotta give a big shout out to the company that sent it to us, which was Red something. What are they called? Red... Oh shit. Red Sparrow, I want to say. This is the worst. Well, it's their fault. They shouldn't have done it. They shouldn't have sent us a game when they know how terrible we are at this kind of stuff. And I say we, but Red Limb. Thank you to Red Limb Studio. They saw a few of the spooky streams, I guess, and for some reason that made them want to send us this. Joke's on them, because we're gonna just play it and we're gonna be honest about it. But it's, like I said, it's sitting at very positive right now on Steam, so I'm kind of excited. I think it could be a good one, guys. I'm not giving my hopes up just yet, but we're there. Hey, Mark. I didn't see you there. You were starting Supper and playing Dragon Age. Understandable, Dragon Age is a great game. I've been playing a lot of Kingdom Come Deliverance. I've also been playing, hey James, I've been playing a bit of Diablo and StarCraft, and the other one I was playing is, Battlefield 1. I was playing that with the gang, so I'm excited to get into it. Rise of Insanity. What do we know about this little ditty we call Rise of Insanity? Well, let's read the synopsis. Professional. No, don't get Chrome. Just open, you dumb phone. Here we go. So, Rise of Insanity. In Rise of Insanity, as a doctor of psychology, you will explore the darkest recesses of the human mind. Overcome your fear to find the truth behind the tragedy that has befallen your family. It is a single player. It has VR support, which is pretty cool. And like I said, it's by Red Limb Studio. So, that's what we got. So we're gonna sort of do a bit of like a review as we play this, I guess. See what's up. You're busting your spooky game night cherry, Michael. Awesome. Well, welcome. We're gonna have so much fucking fun tonight. Spooky streams basically go like this: we play a game. Every game, typically, there's a lull halfway through, and then we branch off and we get crazy. We start talking about all the crazy stuff going on in life and world. And Harlan pulls out these fantastic little conversation cards. And he starts asking the stream questions like, is science or art more essential to humanity? So you guys think about that one while we, jump into this. Huge thank you to John again for sending me a list of spooky games to play. I'm going to look into them. Also shout out to Brianna and Michael who have asked me to play. Oh fuck, that's good. That's good. They asked me to play a game called Alice Returns, Madness Returns, and I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna really fucking enjoy it, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna do that on stream, so at one point that's gonna be coming up. And also a big apology to my friend Zia, because I feel real bad. I gotta say, last night I was bummed out because Hen was sick and because we couldn't do it, but I was most bummed out because you had ordered all this fucking fantastic pizza and you were ready to like kick it spooky stream style, and then you didn't get to, and I was bummed out. So apologies to you, but we're gonna have a really fucking good night tonight. And that's because of you guys. So, without further ado, why don't we jump into this Rise of Insanity, a little game by Red Limb Studios that we know really nothing about. How's the volume? How's everybody doing, volume-wise? That was a fantastic fucking pizza spread. Seriously, it looked so good. You get to like the cookie thing in there. Really fucking good. All right. You still got to eat the brownies, so feel bad no longer. Good. Whew. Good. It's gonna be interesting tonight because I slept very, very little last night. I was holding Hen pretty much the entire night, and then I've had like 3 energy drinks today. So we'll see what happens. This might be a weird one. All right, new game. Warning: this game contains scary scenes, and sudden increases of tension. People with a weak heart. Oh shit! I didn't read it fast. Hey, Kenneth. Glad you're here, bud. Okay, let's pay attention. Hold. Oh, no.
Relax.
Oh, they're reading it for me.
Calm down. From all your senses. My name is Dr. Stephen Down.
Can you hear that? It seems quiet to me.
You're here because your disorders started to get out of control.
I'm just going to read it. You have ceased to behave normally, and disturbing thoughts took control over you. You will undergo my original therapy. I will show you the film I've created. After the end, you will tell me what feelings you had while watching and if you saw something worrying. This is going to be like it was all a dream. Game is a bit quiet. Okay, I'll turn it up at the next chance. If I press X now, I'm sure it'll skip this. Okay, baby birds, fire. I feel good so far. Bear. Pornography, maybe. Birds. A little bit of smoky flame. Spider. Bela Lugosi. Hawk. I'm not scared so far. I feel okay. Lightning. Backwards flying ducks. This reminds me of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Or not 2000. Fucking Clockwork Orange. Oh. That's the one. Clockwork Orange. Same director. Oh shit. Psychiatrist at a 10. Was all the volume low or just his talking? Because his talking was really low for me too. I'm not going to turn it up if everything else in that scene seemed loud enough. Huh. I just woke up from a little nap at the office. My apologies. I don't wonder what came over me.
The patient's data. Edward, 41 years old, day September 1st. I know Edward as far back as I remember. He worked as a gardener in our neighborhood. From the preliminary interview, I got to know that he suffers from a dream disorder. He has constant nightmares and can't sleep well as a memory disorder. Sometimes he doesn't remember what happened a couple of days or hours ago. I have some suspicions connected with his case, but it's too early for the detailed diagnosis.
Well, don't see anything in this drawer. Patient Edward. Preliminary interview. Initial diagnosis. Test a new therapy. Waiting for results. So we're just waiting for results in my office. Let's look out the window. Classic office. The Breed and Birds Taxidermy. On your 5th? 7th? What number is that? 7th birthday? Happy birthday, Stephen Dad. Yeah, 7. Edward, eh? Alright, let's shut these doors, shut these drawers. I mean, you can tell I'm tired because I'm confusing the words. A Rorschach test. To me, it looks like, sort of in the center, it looks like two skulls facing each other. But larger, I don't know. You tell me what you guys think. A beach ball. Ooh, that's not a good photo. This reminds me a lot of Layers of Fear, which I really liked. So far, so good. Anything we need to do in this room? Yeah, these are like super comfy. Let's just get down there. Ugh. This looks like kissing. It reveals what you want it to see. To me, it's two people kissing. Guess what I want? I want to kiss. I want to turn off the music almost. Let's turn it a bit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind games that have music sometimes, but like in a game like this, I kind of just want to like walk around the office silently. But, you know, whatever. Dude's got to get paid. There are a lot of crime scene caution tapes. Hey, Dustin. Dr. Dowell launches his new experimental treatment method. Everyone following the story so far? Because I'm really not. I'm so sorry. I was distracted. I know that we were sitting in a room. Oh, that mirror's broken. I know we were sitting.
Family's tragedy. A mother and child were murdered, and the violator was.
7 years of bad luck. What's that picture? The reflection looks different. See, this dude's like, you can't see me. But if you look in the reflection, he's kind of got like big hollow black eyes. I do need a co-host. Joe, come co-host with me so I can pay attention to the story. And you can just sit here and, like, you know, talk to the community. But then I can also talk to the community. Man, this is a nice place. Let's play a bit of piano. Madness Symphony. Sounds legit. We are a doctor with an undetermined experimental treatment for a gardener who killed somebody. Is that actually true? Is that legitimate, the story? Are you messing with me? Because I honestly don't remember. I remember the tape deck. Everything here is all crime scene. How many crimes fucking were committed here? Okay. This is a gorgeous little area, by the way. I'm really into exposed brick. Anyone who wants to get on my good side, buy me a loft with exposed brick. Although that's just a waste of space, personally. Dear Mrs. Dowell, I remind you that you gave me a free hand about the development. A free hand about the development. What? I remind you that you gave me a free hand about the development of one part of the garden. Is that a saying? I've never heard that. So I decided to plant most of it. There are dahlias, then accentuated the flowers of clematis. I am tired, sorry. I surrounded everything with white poppies. You will be delighted, Edward. Dear Mrs. Dowell. What? You'll be delighted, Edward. Ah, Edward's the person. Fuck, I'm so embarrassed. I would like to remind you that you gave me a free hand on the development of one part of the garden. So I decided to plant mostly dahlias in it. I've accentuated them with, again, clematis flowers, I guess? I surrounded everything with white poppies. You will be delighted, Edward. Okay. I've never heard you gave me a free hand to mean like you sort of gave me run of the mill. But that's, there you go. You learn something every day. Unlit candles on the shelf. I know. How can you be spooky? And you know what? Here's real spook. Look at how many repeat photos this dude has. It's like... You know what's great? I really like that photo of two blurry sort of figures. Let's get two of them. Put them right beside each other. Well, but David, do you not want to put them somewhere else in the apartment? No, put them right next to each other. Waste of space. This is the madness. You're talking about the rise of insanity? It's, what, 7 cups on a shelf? My God. Oh, you know what? Put that picture over there too, by the window. David, how many copies of this picture would you like? Get 7. 2 on the shelf over there. Oh, that's a pretty flower. Give me a hand is a common saying, so just express an extra. No, it makes sense. I've just never heard it.
Honey, please turn off the TV. It's gonna be stormy.
Okay. Theodore Dowell. English B, Mathematics A, Science A, Physical Education B, Ethics A. Susan Dowell, parent signature. Edward's the gardener, though, is he not? Maybe he only has 7 cups. I want to take a look around. 2 cookies out. Toasted pastries. Love me some Pop-Tarts, by the way. Definitely a guilty snack food. Although I don't feel guilty about it. Alright. We're coming, we're coming.
Am I talking with Dr. Stephen Dowell?
Okay, Stephen Dowell. Loading times. And now we're in a different office.
Dear Abraham, sorry I haven't written for so long. Due to family and job matters, I didn't have enough time. I hope that you're okay. How's your wife, Berta? Currently, I have a case of a certain patient, Edward, 41 years old. He complains about some problems with sleeping and his memory. I've noticed he has some small tics. Sometimes he suddenly, and in a strange way, moves his small finger on his left hand. He told me about his nightmare that still tires him. That's the only dream he remembers. He says that he tries to kill his wife and his child, and he cannot do it because he constantly wakes up before the very end. It's strange because Edward is a bachelor and he doesn't have any children. What do you think about it? I think that these are the beginnings of a schizophrenia or multiple personality disorder. However, if you have more experience in psychopathology, best regards, Stephen.
I chose the wrong voice to read all that out. I shouldn't have gone so gravelly. Bjorn, you don't have Pop-Tarts? I'll send you some. When I come to visit, it's nothing certain. Please come to the morgue to help with the identification. When Invictus comes to visit you, Bjorn, we'll bring you some Pop-Tarts. Promise. I should still do something here. Oh. No, we already did that.
Patient Edward, 41. Day, September 11th. Patient has told me about his dreams where he tries to murder his wife and child. As far as he said before, he's a bachelor, and he hasn't said anything about children. It could be some traumatic memory from his childhood. I have to get to know about it during our next meeting. It is a harder case than I expected. Some symptoms indicate that the patient can possess multiple personality. But these are only suspicions. I have to ask my friend, Abraham.
I think Zia's on the right track. Does Edward think that Mrs. Dowell, our wife, and Teddy, our kid, are his family? Yeah. I suppose, eh? So there's Stephen. I'm already messing up these casts of characters. Stephen is the psychiatrist whose house we supposedly started off in. Edward is the gardener. Abraham is something. Ooh. I don't think it's fresh in there. I think you ought to get a new body. Vision can be saved. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you get your eyes checked regularly. Your eyes are the gateway to the soul. And if you can't see... Mother and her 7-year-old son murdered. 50% of babies are born with syphilis, have impaired eyesight. Oh, 50% of babies born with syphilis have impaired eyesight. Yeah, that's a lot. Is it bothering anyone else with the voiceovers? Yeah, it is. That's what I was trying to turn off, because then I can just read everything. St. Jonah Hospital. Let's do this. Elevator to hell. "50% of babies are born with syphilis." Fact. I was like, that's a high number. Give me a break. I'm turd. And I've just finished my second Red Bull of today. It's gonna get weird up in here, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna get weird. Oh, there's a gentle creature that just... Hello, rubber ducky. Rubber ducky, you're the one. It's too many babies. Too many babies. Uh-oh. My mother told me anything written in red is usually a bad thing. A key to her heart is located where your journey began. Press left mouse button to skip. I don't want to skip it. Alright. It's a riddle. Now this is not a Rorschach test, but it sort of looks like a boss battle. Oh. Hello, little engine that could. Okay. A key to her heart is located where your journey began. Hey, Spirit of Christmas Future. That's an interesting name. It's one of the mechanical spider tanks. It does look like some sort of boss battle. That's what I'm saying. The key to her heart is located where your journey began. Is it a word riddle? What was this? 3 numbers. Okay. Where your journey began. Key to her heart. Oh! Cocksucker. Okay. Yeah, maybe at the desk, eh? Do I have to go all the way back, though? Let's see. The key. It didn't say the key to her heart, though. It was a key to her heart, which basically means she has many keys to her heart, which means, you know, she lets a lot of people love her, which I guess is good. Oh, fuck. That didn't scare me at all. No, we can do this. Oh, there's nothing scary in here. It's our office. Okay, the key to her heart is where the check eyesight room 6. Oh, it's gonna be on the eyesight board. Oh, this is why you don't leave cabinets open. 50% of babies have syphilis. 629. 629. We can do this. Ain't nothing spooky going on. Ain't nothing spooky going on. 629. Okay. Read on Tumblr that to not get scared of a game, just pretend you're the crocodile hunter wrestling spooky creatures. Oh, I like that, mate. Alright. I forget how the crocodile hunter sounds. Oh, he was real excited, right? Crikey! Let's walk through these doors. Now, we're gonna go down this hallway here, but don't worry, because there's not much to fret. It's all dark. In fact, let's run. Running is always better. That's not really Australian anymore, is it? Oh, fuck. Okay. 629. It's my panty combination. Alright. I don't think I can do crocodile hunter Australian, but we can just do regular Australian. Oh, crikey. Oh, right. Bloody brilliant. Something sounds a little too dark. All right, let's crouch. Let's creep up on this candle here. A little too nice. New Zealand, a little end of the question. New Zealand's a little high at the back, like. No match, eh? Oh. Oh. It's all right. Someone's at the door. Better let him in. Oh. Oh shit. It's Slayer up in here. Who's crying? Can we leave it? Oh, fucking. Oh, this must be the guy who likes all the pictures. Gets them all over. That's alright. My mate bought 15 of the same photos, put them in his psychiatry office. And now he's just being cocky. The crow flies when your mouse moves. Oh! Look at us. We're flying. This is kind of crazy. Show me the world, big as can be. Wouldn't you like to watch me pee? Wouldn't you think I'm the bird who has everything? I've got wings, I've got feathers aplenty. I've got a beak and black eyes galore. You want diseases? I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more.
Honey, gain control over him, please.
Gain control over him, please. Hubert Cumberdale. Someone clipped that. Clipped a wing? This reminds me of my beat back in London. It was November. The trees still had plenty of leaves on them for some reason. I was walking down a stone pathway in a dimly lit park. There was a haze in the sky. Something about it seemed like it was a dream, like I'd been there before, but I know I hadn't. I stopped in front of one of the park benches and turned, and I could see the greenhouse. People rented these out in the summer, filled them with green beans and tomato plants. But since it was November, it was empty and locked. I checked the lock many times, just to make sure I checked it again. But it was locked. I walked away, even though I swear I could hear someone screaming from inside. But I said, nah, fuck it. And I continued walking down the only way I could. The light appeared in the horizon, like a bright lamp. And I turned. There was a small bridge up ahead. I jogged because I got bored of walking. I stopped just before the bridge. I could see a man in the distance. It looked like he was shoveling. But what he was shoveling, I didn't know. I crossed the bridge, nervous. I kept checking him, and then I'd look away. And then I'd check him again, and then I'd look away. And then I'd check him again, and I kept walking. In my mind I thought, why am I walking towards this man? And then I stopped, and I thought, I should probably call the police, but I knew I couldn't.
You shouldn't be there.
And then he said, you shouldn't be here. And I said, oh, fuck. Yeah, probably not. And I went to turn away. I ran as fast as I could, which wasn't very fast. And then I stopped again and turned back and went, no. No. Something made me. Ooh! Keep going forward. But then he threw his shovel at me, which was really rude. And I went, hey, don't throw your fucking shovel at me. So rude. Then the soundtrack from Friday the 13th clicked in. Hey, you think that opens the greenhouse? Turned out he was shoveling a rubber duck. Should we turn around or try to... Yeah, let's just turn around. Wrestle him? With the key in my possession, I ran all the way back to the greenhouse. I ran into my arms pumped with blood, and I breathed battery acid. Oh, fuck. Jesus. Listen, guys, it's not hard to get a cheap scare out of me. You know, just go bleh and put something in front of me. It's gonna happen. But I don't have the hiccups. Okay, let's save this person. I checked it again, but this time it was open. You're reminding me of the cat in that game you were playing, Into the Wood. What cat?
Daddy, play with me.
What was that? Little Russian kid? Did you play with... Did you play with me? It's got like a 40-year-old actor to do it. Alright, Tom, we need you to play a kid. I can do kid. Yeah, we're gonna need you to do sort of a young voice. Yes, I can do young voice. Are you sure? Because we're gonna pay you up front for this. We really need to know. There's no worries. And action. Did you play with me? Can you do it again? Yeah, no problem. Okay, try a little more kid friendly. No problem. Did you play with me? Certificate of death. Name of the deceased, Theodore Dowell. Oh, this is the kid. Sex. Place of death, family house. Cause of death, strangulation in sleep? What? What? First off, place of death, family house. Wouldn't you put your address? Why would you put family house? Why is that important information? Okay. Cause of death, strangulation in sleep. Why is in sleep necessary? Why wouldn't you just say strangulation or asphyxiation? Or like, isn't there not other? And sex. Gosh. A game by Chris Darrell. Did you play with me? Come kick the ball back, Daddy.
Daddy, why did you allow him?
Oh, he lost his Russian accent. I swear that kid had a Russian accent. Daddy. Oh, fuck. Damn. Well, we knew the kid must have passed away because, you know, isn't that like every protagonist's thing? Like, how many games have we seriously played where it's like, and then their kid died?
Daddy! Daddy! He's here! He's back!
There's some accent there. Daddy, he is here. I love the idea of like, there's like an episode of The Simpsons where, I don't remember why, but the Simpsons are like being replaced by like actors, and like the person playing Lisa is like a 50-year-old dude, and he's like, ugh. And I swear he's like Russian. I'm Lisa, I play the saxophone. It's one of those things that tickles me. A shadowy figure plays ball with a tree and 5 birds overhead. Yeah, I mean, okay, sure, kid. Theodore.
Daddy, don't touch my sword. Or my gun.
Or my D... Oh, look at these giant dice. D12? Or is that... Yeah, D12? No. Yeah, D12. D4. Theodore is a very talented child. He's very... What is that? Calm? Calm. He's very calm. Revealing the character of a dreamer. The only thing that disturbs me is the shadowy shape which often appears in his drawings. However, it's probably just a character from a comic or something equally innocent. Town school. Yeah, this tree never lets him win. Wouldn't you be concerned if your kid kept drawing a shadowy figure? What is that? That's an interesting picture. That sounds... This seems weirdly familiar.
Daddy, come play with me.
Alright, Theodore. Here's your room. Now, I want you to take these pictures.
Daddy, I don't want to.
Put these pictures. I want to see one. I want to see one on a shelf. I want to see the other on an angle on the shelf. And I want the other two right on top of your dresser. You hear me? Teddy, this is Daddy's favorite picture. You make sure to put it on there, okay? You do it or else Daddy won't love you. What are these? Some are sicker than others. And son, I want you to take 3 copies of this book, 4 copies of that book, and 4 copies of that book and put them on your shelf. Has Hen done any creepy drawings yet? No. He just like says creepy things. Like I'll be like, "Good night, buddy," and he'll, you know, I'll look. Even the ghost hates the pictures this guy does. Oh shit. Bannister's bent. This guy's still there. No, I'll just like say, "Good night, bud," and I'll like, "Give me a kiss," and I'll lean in for my kiss, and he'll just like whisper, "I'm going to kill you in your sleep, Daddy." And I'll be like, "Oh, Henry, you're such a goofball." The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Ooh. There's a gentleman sitting in that chair. In a Russian accent. Daddy, I'll kill you tonight. I don't even remember what I said now. Did I just die? Ah, okay, so we died. So maybe we need to stay in the light. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness does not overcome it. So let's go to the light. Take a look. Okay. I can't move. Oh. Okay, no, that's not the right thing. That's the Bible verse, eh? Bible verse. You joke, but following a bunch of new parents on Twitter has taught me that young kids say and do the fucking creepiest things. I'm not joking. Henry 1000% says, Daddy, I'm going to kill you tonight in your sleep. So what's the plan here? The light shines in the darkness. Oh, there's another door back here. What's this? Missing fuses. Ah, that's why we need to put the lights on. Are you interested in streaming American Miggy's Alice, the first one, not the terrible sequel? Yeah, that's what I was saying at the beginning. That Brianna told me to ask me to stream it, and I most definitely will. Up, down, left, right. And another duck. Are we just collecting these things? Okay, what was the thing? So, pointing out and pointing in. Oh, I can't turn them. Hey, John. You're late.
How dare you show up late?
Oh, that rat just died. More Rorschach tests. And a spider on the mirror. So we need to turn those pressure valves somehow. Worried effects of new treatment method. The method of treatment is severe psychological disorders, blah 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 blah. Dear Stephen, my wife is very well, as usual. Let's go to the essence of the case. You should remember that we have had a similar case in the past. It was the case that you took active part in. You're overworked, you could have forgotten. I think that you should use suggestion. Using suggestion, help your patient to finish the dream. Hypnosis can be too invasive. Try to ask him about his past, accepting the traumatic events. Could be a starting point in merging his different selves. Looking forward to your next letter. Greetings, Abraham. So Edward's the one. Okay, how do we turn this? How do we turn the tables, so to speak? Maybe these little things? No. Okay. What's the plan here? There's gotta be a way to turn those. Right? Oh, a shield. Theodore's shield. Maybe there's a piece we're missing to, like, actually do it. And maybe it's right here. Dear Mrs. Dowell, I'm very pleased that you like my floral composition. I received your comments and further recommendations. I will plant rhododendrons, as has been recommended to me. I will have to drive my car in front of the greenhouse to move the seedlings. I hope you do not mind. As I plant the rhododendrons. Theodore is cool. Hope hens like Theodore. I'm just gonna give him a little shield. Here, buddy. Take the shield. Rhododendrons. Is there anything I can take off of these? Like, I kind of feel like maybe I can, you know. So I'm totally missing something. Right? Like, these should be able to be turned. Should I be pressing every key? Suggestions, guys? Ideas? They should obviously be mimicking this. I don't see how I'm supposed to be interacting with them because there's no recticle. And try pressing all the buttons. I did press all the buttons. I did try pressing all the buttons. I am trying F. I don't know, maybe it's not supposed to be yet. Maybe I need like a tool for it. It's possible there's like a tool. Suggestion, stick your finger in your ass. I'm already doing that. What else? I need more suggestions. So I'm playing with one hand because my other's in my bum. How am I supposed to spooky stream if I don't have a finger in my bum? Come on, guys. Smash my computer? No. I don't get angry that way. I get like bitchy. You know what I mean? Like if someone cuts me off, I'm not like, oh, nice. Oh, now we gotta turn off the steam. Someone cuts me off, I'm not like, what were these in? And these were out. Oh no. Right? Oh, maybe I did that wrong. Oh no. Someone like cuts me off, I don't get pissed off. I'm not like, "Rrr!" I get like bitchy. I'll just like mutter under my breath. I'll be like, you fucking asshole. Like real quiet. It's weird. And like sometimes I'll get really personal. Like if someone cuts me off, I'll be like, yeah, well, you're such a fucking jerk. Or like, yeah, well, look at you buying a fucking green car. Rather than just like reactive. It's always like weirdly unfair and childish too. Like my taunts are pretty childish too when I get cut off in the car.
Edward, 41. Taking some pieces of advice from my friend Abraham, I established that Eddie suffers from a very mild split personality disorder. The other personality hasn't shown yet and hasn't taken him under control. There are only problems with memory and mild tics. I have to think about the kind of therapy I will apply.
It was the gardener.
But yeah, just get like really personal. Well, you're a fucking loser. God, you're probably never gonna accomplish anything in your life. The shadow is there. Guys. The shadow is the gardener. I get it. It's... Guys, it's a metaphor. I can't believe you... Guys, a metaphor. Gardener is like the gardener and everything. Thought 1940. I'm always afraid that the thought may not come back home.
Hello? Steven? Are you here? Steven? It's Eddie.
Look at all these pretty flowers. I love pretty flowers. Oh, those are... That's good. It's good trying, Theodore. Good job, bud.
Daddy, I'm lost.
Daddy, I'm lost.
I lost my figurines. Please find them for me.
Oh, that's creepy. Oh, the figurines. We saw some of them. Oh man, we gotta go into all these creepy little rooms. There was a bunch. There was one in here. What is that? That's not a good figurine, buddy. Buddy, could you imagine? If like your kid came up and made you this. Daddy, I made this. Like, oh, buddy, this is horrific, bud. Is that a nail sticking out of its eye? It's just a shadow. I'd be like, oh, let's. I mean, this is creative. I don't know. At what point, you know, in the movies when like something's obviously like wrong with the kid in like the sense that it's like possessed by Satan. Yeah, let's get out of here while the creepy fucking music's playing. And you know, the kid's like obviously, you know, a demon. And the parents are like, he's fine, he's my baby, I love him. It's like, at what point do you sort of question? At what point, everyone has a threshold where they would go, okay, maybe my kid's a hellspawn. The question is, what's your individual limit to when you say, okay, that's enough? Because if you've seen the movie The Omen, they put up with a lot of shit. I'm talking about, like, you know, people who like literally the movie starts off, which is like super creepy, by the way, when the like woman who's like babysitting him is like, this is for you, Damien, and then she like jumps off the roof and like hangs herself. And I don't know, if someone was like that, I'd probably be like, let's talk about this. And if they handed me like these tiny little dolls, I'd be like, I drew the demons from Doom in school on all my art projects one year. They question you. Well, I'd probably question you too, John. I think maybe they weren't wrong. Because you're a little bit... First murder, I'd still love them. But that's when I'd call a lawyer to draft a will. But you'd still love them. That's love. That's love. Woman received 30 stab wounds while the child was 2 days later strangled in his sleep. Woman received 30 stab wounds while the child was 2 days later strangled in his sleep. Wow. That's a tough get. Imagine writing that article. We need a catchy title, Johnson. I know.
Patient Eddie, 41. Day. Having acquainted with the traumatic Eddie's past life, violence in the family, and pathology, I've decided that I will use a less invasive method of treatment we can handle without hypnosis. The confrontation with the past and dreams connected with some mild anxiolytics should be enough. I think that finishing the dream, so killing the wife and child, can join his split selves. All we need to do is wait and observe.
Wait and observe. Dear Stephen, analyzing your previous letters and observations, I think that the problem is connected with... Please think about it one more time. I'm worried about you and your family. When I come back from... I will visit you and we'll talk. Abraham. P.S. Send your wife and child somewhere. Ensure that they're safe. This is going to be like an identity thing, where like at the end it's like, he was the same person all along. 30 is a lot. Well, when 29 doesn't do it. Uh-oh, music stopped. Music stopped, guys. Guys, I'm scared. Oh, the dark basement. Let's go down there. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Da, 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 da. I take the steps 2 at a time. So does my character. Registration. Maybe the front door will be open. Maybe we can just get out of here. No. Well, that... What is that? That's not a... That's just a pole in a bucket. Tony, did you mop this floor? Yeah, didn't you see my bucket? Yeah, I saw your bucket. I didn't see the mop head in it. Yeah, but you know, I mopped it. How did you mop the floor without the mop? Did you look at it? It's shiny. Look at the reflection of... Yeah, but what are you mopping this thing with? You do your job, I'll do mine, okay? That is lazy Tony. Typical lazy Tony. Trying to get out of doing the mopping. Let's just shut this door.
Breaking news. As the investigation has shown, the police have established that the brutal murder of the family of the famous doctor of psychology was caused by the local gardener, Edward S.
Edward S. So, the question is, Edward and what's his name are the same person. This one looks like two bunnies touching paws. Daddy, look what I made. Man, looks like a fucking shiv. These scare me. Oh yeah, so that was the question. What was the point in which you'd be like, maybe my kid's crazy? And I think it'd be like, man, I just gotta picture Hen, and he's like all like smiley with his little goofy face. Yeah, it'd be tough, eh? It'd be tough to be like, sorry buddy, you're crazy. Sorry buddy, we gotta go somewhere. Just think of his tiny little face. Turn off the hairdryer. We're ghosts. We solved it. We're the dead family. Ugh. So rude. There's a lot of rubber ducks everywhere. And that's a waste of toilet paper. Oh, that's the creepiest one. No, the first one was the creepiest one. Oh! Birds of a feather flock together. Okay, we got all of his toys. Can't go back upstairs. Rain and blood. Oh. Oh, this is kind of fun. It's kind of like a roller coaster. Ooh, I don't want to go to a theme park. Who wants to go to a theme park? Invictus Day Out? Ooh. Oh, I'm the bird again. Free as a bird.
Thank you, honey. But why?
Oh. I can't really see. Ah. Ah. An old... Mark used to have a van like this. Mark Lane. Oh, it's a plague doctor. Oh, I died. Don't go looking at that thing. So let's not go walking there again. How's the game? Good question. Not bad. I mean, the easiest way to say it would be that sometimes I suffer terribly because I have to restrain myself. When I see you with such a beautiful knife in your hand, when you prepare dinner, I imagine you and me together, with cold steel in your bowels. I look at your beautiful eyes glazed with tears, and your life slowly fades. I dream to give you the last kiss on your fading lips.
Eddie.
It's not bad. I don't know. I'm not crazy about it, to be honest. If anyone from Red Limb Studio is watching, sorry. Ooh. When do we go back to finish Hellblade? Soon. I really liked Hellblade. I really liked Hellblade. We also got to finish Evil Within 2, which I didn't like as much, but so what's the plan? How do we get? Maybe I gotta. I know. I'll open the van and I'll turn on the headlights. Turn on the headlights, and then the dude's gone. I know this because everything is afraid of the light. Nothing's afraid of the dark. Unless it was the opposite. I guess it wouldn't really be that spooky though, would it? Okay, because normally light banishes scary things. It'd be interesting to develop a horror game that was the opposite. Dead boy buried in the garden. As a result of the ongoing investigation, the police found the body of Theodore Dowell, son of a well-known psychologist, was murdered and then buried in the greenhouse on the property of the local gardener, Edward S. Well, now hold on. How would they know he was strangled in his sleep if he was found buried in the garden? Is that... Boy, I mean, could you decipher that? I don't... I guess? I don't know how, but maybe. Maybe it'd be like, oh, he was strangled while he was like... But then how long did it take to find the body? It must have been a while. Something seems fishy.
Please. Mom is lying here. She is so cold.
Yeah, like it's totally Russian. Mommy's lying here. She's so cold. I'm not allowed to do Russian voices anymore. So you play as a rogue jumping light monsters? Maybe. I don't know what that means, but yes. Ah. This kitchen is such a mess. If the kid was awake... I just turned this off. Oof. If the kid was awake, he'd have struggled, fought back. What? Lack of signs of fighting back. Yeah, I guess. Could you say definitively that he was sleeping though? Just because he wasn't fighting back? I mean, could he not have been? Whatever. I'm diving too much into it. Ooh! They're making such a mess. Teddy! Clean up your rocks. That's creepy. Knife in the booty. Another rubber ducky. Unforgiving crows. Animals psychology. Every morning, 2 crows thought and... What does that say? Oh, text. Every morning, 2 crows, thought and memory, are released and fly above the world. Just so happens to be a murder of crows. I'm not going to clean the kitchen. Famous psychologist accused by the Committee of Ethics. Well, that didn't sound crazy in the slightest. But good thing they flew through that closed window. Otherwise, I'd be concerned. Alright, what's the game plan here? Front door? Understand? Ah, the phone.
On Monday, Eddie was born. On Friday, he had a family on his own. On Wednesday, his dreams did not allow him to sleep. So on Thursday day, he visited the doctor to confess so deep.
Thursday day?
On Friday night, he did what the doctor told him to do. On Saturday, he did not have his family. He did the doom.
He did the doom? What?
The Sunday morning, he slept off. The doctor was right. Nightmares have gone.
This is the marshmallow place. In my dreams, I saw the hills of marshmallows. They went as far as the eye could see, and I knew that there would be me standing amongst the marshmallows. The time is now. I am free to bite the soft, squishy cloud, sink my teeth into the warm, wet squishiness of the marshmallow.
My name is Dr. Steve. Original
I could totally go for s'mores. I could totally go for marshmallow, really. I haven't done marshmallow in a while. What's all these freaky people? Daddy, play with me. 3 chairs, 3 distinct personalities. One's a penis.
Honey, gain control over me, please.
Where is the border between reality and a dream? What is our life? Is it that what is dreamt, or that what we dream about? Tell me, dear Susan, what would you do if you couldn't sleep? Would you be able to take control over the dream that does not come but haunts you?
Eddie.
Well put, Eddie. These aren't untextured rocks, they're marshmallows. Teddy, come back here. Oh no. Bye. Who's leaving? Oh, cheers, Mark. Uh-oh. How does one get out of here? Ah, the ducky. Squeak! Is this just... Oh. I was like, what am I looking at? That crows reminds me of another game called The Secret World. And there's a really cool riddle within it. And it was like the 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy. It's a really neat riddle. I need another beer too, James.
Steven, can I get into the bathroom for a while?
Who keeps mustard in a cupboard like this? That's ridiculous. I don't understand it. I really don't. 420 blackbirds baked in a prize. That's right, I said prize, not pie. If this is my house, I'd be so jollily singing along. Honey, I'm just checking the bedroom. Because of the excess of duties, I don't have time to take care of our garden. I've asked Stephen to help me. I asked Stephen to help me to employ somebody to help. At least that much he can offer. That's all I can ask for. I can't stand these maniacal attempts to create a genius from our child. Stephen is out of line. Taking him to the hospital and testing mental development methods is a sick fad. Sometimes I think that this marriage was a big mistake. I will drive Teddy to his grandma. Maybe he will be able to take a break from his father. Oh. He's a bad dad. I sympathize. Because I am a bad dad too. Not really. Stephen is the murderer.
Honey, bring me the towel from the bedroom. I forgot about it completely.
Sure. Let me dry off you naked buddy. This must be the bedroom, right? Got a makeup mirror in it. Who keeps a towel in the bedroom, though? Towels should go in the bathroom. Guys, housekeeping for Invictus. Put all the towels in the bathroom, please.
Let's
Okay, I'm ready to leave now. I'm ready to leave. Your towel's here, honey. I've got mixed feelings about our relations. Stephen is my employer and I owe him a lot. But I know it's not a conversation to be conducted via letters. Let's meet in 2 days in the garden, the usual place. Ah, Edward and her were lovers. And I was the one who killed everyone. Stephen killed. Just bring us some curtains. What, the curtains? No, not the curtains. Probably singularly one of my favorite Monty Python bits. That entire scene. One day all this will be yours. What, the curtains? No, not the curtains. I keep my main towel in the bedroom because I have to share my bathroom with another dude, and there's literally only a foot of storage space in there. That's fair. Bjorn, you and I can't live together. This is where we're at now. I'm sorry, but that's just what you've decided. I like my towels to be hanging up. I will install bathroom bars for everyone's towel. And we could do color-coded. Oh my god, how cute would this be? When Invictus all lives together. They each get their, you know, Joe has her gray towel, Harlan has his red towel, Justin has his blue towel. And then I use Justin's blue towel. I think Stephen's British. Edward is American or you know, English. Yeah, so we'll go with that. Dear Abraham, thank you so much for sending Dr. Alfred Binet's publication about checking children's IQ with me. Thanks to it, I've come up with a great idea. For now, I'll not tell you the details because I don't want to jinx it, but it will be connected with increasing the IQ of very small children in the initial part of their mental development. This to be revolutionary. Imagine this, intellectual elites developed from the earliest ages to advance our world in science. Mankind may witness enormous development growth because of my research. I need some curtains. You'd be surprised at what a difference curtains make. Anytime you move into a new place, one of the first things you gotta do is just hang pictures and get curtains. Hang pictures especially. I've learned that. The minute you put up pictures, it starts feeling like home. It doesn't have to be like photographs, I just mean like things on the walls. It's so easy to leave walls vacant, but they end up feeling really hollow.
Research theme. The test of the therapy increasing the intelligence among children. The subject of the research, Theodore Dowell. The first attempts to increase IQ, I started using suggestion and manipulation method during REM sleep. The subject handled the experiment very well. I began the observation and started the manual visual tests phase.
That's not creepy. Who's ready for the slowest elevator in the world? They spelled intelligence incorrectly. I wasn't even reading it. I like nice big clocks. I like clocks too. A nice big sexy clock. Looks broken. Ooh. Ooh, baby, I love your way. Be with you night and day. this? Reset? Oh god. Oh fuck. Oh god. That's the fucking creepiest thing in this game so far. Mass Effect. That did have really slow elevators, you're right. Mass Effect was a really good series. I should replay it at some point. I want to get into Dark Souls 3. Dear Abraham, it all went to hell. My entire plan, everything was based on suggestions, spelled wrong, an attempt to manipulate dreams in the REM phase. I tested on my son Teddy. I thought it would not be harmful. That I wouldn't lose anything. On the contrary, I would gain the first genius in the family. Created in this way, his marks are higher indeed, but he lacks empathy, and he started to be afraid of the dark. My wife forbade me to continue our research. Why have I even attempted to try this on my son? I'm abandoning this project. I'm sending back your materials. Thank you for them, Stephen. P.S. I might have an interesting patient soon. Ah! Spook City. How do I move this? Can I not get by this chair? Is that... Hello, Mike. Did we die? I gotta say, that's the one problem in games like this. You never really know when you die, and furthermore, you don't really know. It doesn't really matter. It's just like you die, and then you go on to the next part. There's no real sense of dread or punishment, you know what I mean? They need to fix that somehow.
It was the most beautiful summer in the garden that we'd ever seen. I remember walking towards the tomato plant. I remember thinking, what fucking kind of tomatoes grow square?
My God! Samantha, get in here. We've grown square tomatoes. This is brilliant. We can sell them for a bit, just a lot of money. The novelty alone will bring people super freaking curious. They'll be like, dude, what did you do? And I'll say, we did everything we had to. Square tomatoes on a summer's day. Square tomatoes, listen to what I say. Square tomatoes growing everywhere. They already exist, apparently. God damn. Square tomatoes. David Bowie sings. Square tomatoes. Wearing wedding rings. Square tomatoes. Square tomatoes. Square tomatoes. Was that a deer? Over there. I saw its short, brown, white tufts of hair. Square tomatoes. Square tomatoes. where tomatoes. Beautiful sunset in my eye. Look at this boat. I should still do something here. A picnic on the beach. Bottle of wine. And an oar. I grab the oar. And I read a letter. In David Bowie language. The strange sessions with Teddy have allowed, spelled wrong, to obtain the outcomes desired by my husband. Is a toxic relation between the father and son worth it? Teddy is no longer a happy child as before. He's very afraid of the dark, also spelled wrong. Wow. On the one hand, it is normal at his age, really. I don't know. I only can rely on Eddie. But he seems strange recently. I have tried to improve my marriage relations, but complete lack of interest from Stephen kills me. He is constantly talking about his new curing method. This relationship is imprisoning me. I can't see any future for it. I know it is a bit reckless, but I'm starting to feel more free with Eddie. Only he gives me just a little interest. Cool breeze comes from the west. This water reminds me of my childhood. This swing reminds me of my death. For some reason I want to watch Les Mis. Supper's finally done, thank God. I'm starving. Now Spooky Stream is my attention. Well, I'm glad. Because this next hour and a half is going to be the most intense hour and a half we've ever had in my life. Is what I was gonna say. I don't have any snacks down here. I'm sort of getting a bit hungry. I don't remember what I had for dinner. The Marshmallow Land. The Marshmallow Land. This is my favorite land. It is a place where I come to escape reality. Where I come to suck on the marshmallows.
Therapy increasing the intelligence among children.
Teddy's third birthday went great. The party took place in our garden. All dishes and desserts were made from fruits were bred there. But the only thing that made me worried was that Stephen took an active interest in Teddy's mental development. He's only 3 and his father is already forcing him to learn how to read. I have to talk to him. This marshmallow land is so beautiful. It smells delicious. Delicious. I would love to do a picnic by a beautiful little tree like this. Please everyone make a mental note that Harlan would like a beautiful little blanket set out under a beautiful tree like this for a romantic picnic. I expect at least one of you to fulfill that. Oh look, it's this creepy little thing.
The subject handled the experiment very well.
That's a lovely sound, isn't it? That's proper streaming right there.
I hereby open the trial against Edward about Susan Dowell.
Oh, they didn't translate this title. It's still in Russian. Oh. Yeah, look. Or Polish. I miss the States when I could watch every stream and not worry about being up too late. I hear ya. I mean, I sympathize. I mean, I hear ya. Picnic blanket tree check. Picnic sounds lovely. Look at this. Oh, sorry. I know John likes to hear that. Let's do that again. delicious. Everything is so delicious. Oh, you know, when I was a kid, I had this fear of going to prison. I mean, most people have a fear of going to prison, but I was so afraid that I was going to. Not just because I was going to do anything wrong, just because I guess, I don't know. I was like scared that like everything sends you to prison. I remember my dad being very like, well, you know, you're going to end up in jail if you fuck up. And I remember being like, I don't want to fuck up. I don't want to do anything. I'll go to school, I promise. In the case of Susan Dowles and Theodore Dowles' murder, suspect Edward Sugidus, interrogated by Chief Inspector Samuel Wilson. After many attempts to make contact with the suspect, we haven't gotten any information. The accused smiles all the time and indistinctly repeats a sentence which reads, "The nightmares have stopped." His eyesight is absent. He doesn't maintain eye contact with the interlocutor? Interlocutor? I don't know that word. Wow. Interlocutor? I'm an idiot, apparently. He probably doesn't realize the position he is in without the presence of a forensic psychologist. We are not able to get more information. It's supposed to be a case where we finish with insanity plea. Interlocutor? Interlocutor? I don't know that word. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm embarrassed. I honestly have never heard that word before. Interlocutor? Unless I'm pronouncing it wrong, I just haven't heard the way it's meant to be pronounced. I'm a fool. Just fool in love with you.
Good. So maybe you would tell us about your authorial therapy. What do you think, Mr. Dow? Can you hear me? It's better now, isn't it? So, can we continue? Great. Did you know that Susan Dow was pregnant?
Pregnant? Oh. John, I know that tomorrow is Bowman's shift, so I've hidden the key for the door switches in a safe place. Don't tell him anything. Let's drive him nuts for a while. Great. Now we gotta find a key. What a jerk. James hasn't heard of that word before. Sweet. So I'm not alone. Interlocutor. Interlocutor. A person who takes part in a dialogue conversation. Okay. Am I totally alone? Did you guys, everyone else know that word? Because I didn't. I didn't even know how it's meant to be pronounced. I'm not afraid to say when I don't know things, guys. You should know me by now. I'm okay with looking dumb. I do it so often.
Interlocutor.
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 Interlocutor. Okay. I didn't know that. Interlocutor. Interlocutor, interlocutor. Let's stop reading this. I don't think it really matters. Oh, no, you guys do care, don't you? The suspect is rattled. There is lack of rational contact with him. It is understandable in his position. He hasn't said anything new. After the murder, there were many different comments from the psychology world, sorry. In the press, the witnesses only mentioned that his therapy curing mental split has been very ineffective. He hasn't commented on that. Yay! A combination lock. Ah, shit. So, right, and then left, and then right. But do I know? Will it click, maybe? No. No, that doesn't sound any different. It's pretty archaic, I believe. It would make sense if you yeah, but Bjorn said the exact same thing. It's the kind of word you would find when it was like translated. Oh man, what's all this shit? This is like a whole puzzle. Fuck. Ah, fuck. Da 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 da. So that's 3. Okay, hold on. It started off with 3, didn't it? Dot 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 long long. Probably have to do it again. Okay, so 3. Da 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 da. 2. Ba 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 ba. 7. So 3 2 7 maybe. Let's try that. Ah, thank God. Da, 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 da. Yeah, the Morse code. Wow. Okay, the Morse code puzzle in fucking Secret World was like the hardest thing ever for me. It took so long. I had to do it with Justin. Justin got it. I was like, could not do it for the life of me. Da, 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 da. Pff. Joe's not fast. I got it before all you guys. You're just on delay.
Listen, Bowman, give me some creeps, Doctor. I won't manage alone.
Pooh? Oh, that was a good sound opening doors. Did you hear that? It was like, hmm.
I hereby open the trial against Edward about Susan Dowell and Theodore Dowell's murder. Do the prosecutor and counsel wish to say anything before the trial is
Yeah, that puzzle. It was fucking impossible. It's so... Because it wasn't even clear. It was like... It was so fucking tough. Justin had to do it. I couldn't do it.
That was between you and Mrs. Susan Dow, Dr. Stephen Dow's wife, that tried to cure you. I would like to enclose documents from Susan Dow's autopsy to the evidence. Basing on these, Your Honor, as well as the jury can get to know that the victim was pregnant with the defendant.
I open the trial against Stephen Dowell about malpractice against Edward, who caused Susan and Theodore Dowell's death. Does the prosecutor and counsel wish to say anything before the trial is started?
My client, as a doctor, always takes care about patients' welfare. In the enclosed evidence, Your Honor may read about many difficult cases that have been cured by the defendant. He was trying to cure his protege at any cost to ease the pain.
Your Majesty, I would like to enclose to the evidence the description of one therapy conducted by the defendant, which, as we can read, also finished with a failure. The girl with similar illness like Edward, who under the influence of the therapy made suicide.
And did the defendant realize that his wife was pregnant, not with him, but with Edward?
This just keeps triggering when I go to things, so I'm assuming I'll just... Oh. Pregnant. Pregnant? For der Bedischen, de Berg. So many crows. Wow.
Steven, can I see you in my office?
Of course, buddy. I'm on my way. I don't know which office he wanted me in. I'm assuming this one because it was the one closest and it was open. 7-year-old son
How are you feeling
murdered.
today? Everything's okay? I think it's time to show you something. Let's go to the next room. Have a seat and make yourself comfortable.
Let's do it. I'm so ready for this. I think that Harlan should try to read what? What am I supposed to read? That newspaper? Oh, there we go. This is what we started.
Our relationship started to pass away suddenly. Stephen treated me like a lodger, unwanted person, with whom he lived because it was a kind of interest. And I started to live on memories and projections that were so beautiful in my head, so perfect. Stephen was in them like years before, like when we moved into our new house and we planned to make a big garden, only for us. These memories made me stronger, helped me to survive, and wait for tomorrow with hope. First time, I thought that maybe I'm only dreaming, or the projections about him became ridiculously strong. He came to me like before, smiling, happy, with sparkles in his eyes. Similar situations repeated in the next weeks, and I, instead of looking for their source, was waiting till my loving Stephen came back, just for a while, to feel like before, like years ago. At the beginning of our relationship, Stephen often told me about interesting things from the psychology ward. During his studies, he met with the case of a patient with multiple personalities. I remember well this case because it seemed to be very exciting. So many different personalities in one body that differ in IQ, beliefs, talents, and even visual acuity. I hid my husband's illness to meet with Eddie, his second personality, to feel happy just for a while, to fulfill my dreams. During our romance, we often met in the garden. Today, I again talked with Eddie. He is in very bad condition. Stephen's therapy started to even scare him, he says. He must make terrible things to be cured and finally take a breath. As a last resort, I will send this recording to Abraham.
Whoa. What a twist, but like also we called it pretty much right from the beginning. $14.08. That's that movie. $14.08. Ducky. Oh no, our child is Satan. Maybe if I keep trying. Oh, that's cool.
Story by Chris Darrell.
Oh yeah, Session 9. That's a good movie. What the fuck? Jump, dude. I'm doing it.
My beloved house is close now.
Well, that's an interesting song choice.
He won't let me out. I won't get out. It doesn't feel like home anymore.
Whoa.
But I will stay here in those walls.
Well, ladies and gentlemen. So that was interesting. It was pretty meh. Let's say this first and foremost. Well, actually, let's see what it's like priced at. Blinking, you'll miss it, folks. Yeah, it was like 2-hour game. Okay, let's take a look. See, 144 minutes, not even 2 hours. It's $10. So that's not bad, really. For $10, when you think about it, because what is that, like $5 an hour? Was it scary? Let's check this box because we received this product for free. Let's leave a little review. Hey, how are you? Good? Good. So, we played this, and it was not bad. I mean, it's not really scary. There are moments that make you jump, I guess. But you know what? For $10, it's worth a little bit of a thrill. Sure. Thrill. We also got it for free, so I feel bad bashing it. Thanks, Red Limb. Love you. Send more. Send Maria. Good enough? Would you recommend it? If it was like anything other... Oh, and Joe agreed. That's right. Well, did she agree, though? I don't know. Let's see. 144 minutes for under 2 hours is under 2 hours. I rounded up. But yes. And I ran through a lot of stuff. We'll just assume Joe... I think Joe normally agrees with me. Hopefully. We are a team, after all. We'll go with that. Would you recommend it? Oh, good night, Joe. Yeah, probably. I mean, again, for $10, why the heck not? Why the fuzz not? But that means we got an hour still. So what should we play? What should we do? Let's look at the old library, eh? So we could finish Evil Within 2. We still got Hellblade Swanna's Sacrifice. Hunt Showdown, I just got a refund on this. So, yeah, it says purchase. Because I did not like this game, Hunt Showdown. I would not recommend it. It wasn't bad. It's just like way too early to do anything to it. What else we got? Rise of Insanity. We literally just played it. Let's get rid of it. I didn't plan. I honestly thought it would be longer than 2 hours. I did not check the price point. I should have been smarter, but I really didn't. Hellblade? You want to finish Hellblade? We could do Hellblade if you guys want. You vote. You tell me what you want. We could do any of those games and any of these 400 games that I have. We could do there's a lot of fucking games. Holy shit. I have 400. That's nuts. Remothered, I uninstalled because it was pretty. Look at that desktop organization. Eh? Ain't that nice? I like it crispy clean. I think it was Remothered, yeah, Tormented Soul or something. Tormented Father. Yeah, give me a vote on what you guys would like. I kind of wanted to try. I gotta step out if you do Hellblade. Oh, I don't want Zia to have to leave. I think I'm gonna buy. It was this one, Remothered Tormented Fathers, but I uninstalled it. I think I'm gonna buy this Vermintide. It's not out yet, but I'm waiting for this refund to come through, and then I'm gonna buy it. So what do you guys think? What should we play? Anything? Oregon Trail? Remothered, I have to reinstall, so I'm probably not going to do that one. Not spooky related, but are you going to do Divinity Sin? Yes, probably. Only if there's more Call of Cthulhu flavor. You say Hellblade. Hellblade. We don't have to play anything spooky either. Prey, this is probably one of the best games I played in a long time. I'm going to replay that at some point. I really, really liked Prey. I think Prey was definitely one of the most fun games I played in a long time. What else do I have on Origin? Oh, we also have Dead Space. I forgot. We never finished Dead Space. Oh, why did I start up Origin? It's going to take forever now. Get out of here. Get Origin. Get. Yeah, we have that too. I think they want Hellblade. You'd watch me play Hitman? Hitman's tough. I would be down to just like install something. Hold on, Zia. We're not giving up just yet. I think it'd be kind of almost fun to play something like old. Like that would install really quick and then just like tear it up and see what happens. Because I remember there's so many fucking games here. It's overwhelming. Good night, Pool. Okay, maybe we should do. Well, the thing with Hellblade is I kind of want to do my own. I like having their videos separate with Hellblade. Craven Manor, remember that? Super Mario Bros. Stealth is optional. Kingdom, has anyone played this Kingdom Come Deliverance? It's a pretty interesting game. I could show you guys a bit of that. What's RNG? Kingdom Come Deliverance is a weirdly authentic RPG. And if no one here has seen that, I can show you a bit of that while we decide what to play. I don't know what RNG is. Rnigb? Nope, I heard good things though. Well, you're the first person to answer. So while we're figuring out what to play, I'll show you it. For anyone who hasn't seen it. For anyone who hasn't seen Kingdom Come Deliverance. True Talent has played that. I've heard interesting too, but I've yet to see anything from it. Well, there you go. I've been playing it so freaking good. It's tough. It's really fucking tough. Oh, random number generator. Well, you guys now can chat while this is playing. So that we can figure out what to actually play. If anything else. Because it's 11. Maybe we only have an hour. You guys just start naming off games that I probably have.
Charles IV.
Charles
King
the
of Bohemia and
Fourth.
Holy Roman Emperor. Had a long and successful
So this is a game. Oh, I ended up returning it, Mike. I really didn't like Hunter Shadowrun. Or Shadow, whatever it's called. Hunter, what's it called? Hunt Showdown. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I read that as Shadowrun. Yeah, I didn't like it. It's not that it's a bad idea. I really like the idea, but it's not really optimized very well. It's not really, I don't know. There's like a lot of weird shit to it right now. It's sort of glitchy. I don't like the way that your characters sort of work. It's sort of just an ugly game right now, despite looking good. So I returned it. I would buy it again if and when it sort of gets to a point where it's pretty. You know what I mean? Okay, so this is Kingdom Come Deliverance. This is a really fucking weird RPG where you like play a dude who's very, very... It's very authentic role-playing game, sort of. It's not like Skyrim where you can just sort of run around and hack people up and shit. It takes a lot of skill to do anything. Like, just to show you, if I'm trying to shoot an arrow, this is how the arrow... So, okay, let's see. I'm going to try to shoot that tree there. That's it. There's no aiming reticle or anything. And it moves. And I missed. And I'm going to have to... And I lose that arrow. Like, I'd have to go collect that arrow. Is that noise, Harlan? Oh. I don't know, there's like crickets in the game. But here, let's sleep until morning first off, because this is probably a bad time to be exploring in the night. I can't sleep any longer than 5 a.m. They have some silly mechanics. You can shit in Skyrim. There was like crickets at night and stuff like that. Reticle, what did I call it? Did I call it reticle? But you have to eat, you have to sleep, you have to clean yourself. There's a few really neat mechanics in this game that I think are really cool. Like, for one thing, how well you're dressed and how good your armor is and whether you're like covered in mud and shit is important to how speech checks work in this game, which is really neat because I've never played a game like that. You'll get a little indicator on your visibility, or where is it? I can't remember, but like how muddy. Like right now you can see there's blood on this weapon, which means if I'm trying to threaten somebody in some sort of like combat scenario, if I'm trying to have like sort of a tough approach to the role-playing element, this would aid sort of an intimidation check, which is really a neat mechanic. Oh, you can see they're muddy. You can see there's like little mud icons here. This means that these are all dirty. So if I'm trying to talk to somebody like in a higher end sort of way, to sort of convince them that I'm a good person, they're not going to be very convincing. This has 0 health. This just ended after being in a battle. So I don't really know if that's going to do anything. And I ended up looting a bunch of shit. That's why I'm like over encumbered right now. I like the story in this and the historical stuff they have. The lockpicking is the worst thing in the entire world. I totally agree. Lockpicking is garbage. Look at this. Let's try it. Should we? Just to say fuck it. So this is lockpicking. Oh, I can't even do it. It just says it's too difficult. But it's like this weird reticle where okay. Yeah, no, I just broke that. That breaks a lockpick, by the way. I just broke a lockpick. And you can't see anything either. I guess you need a torch, eh? Can I get a torch from here? Oh, I'm starving, so you gotta eat. Like, all this stuff is really crazy. Like, there's a lot of stuff where you have to be thinking about how to approach a situation. Like, I just stumbled into this bandit group, and it took me probably like 20 minutes to actually kill them, just because I kept having to run away. There's a river over here. Yeah. And there's one of my arrows. But it's neat in the responsibility that it gives you to like actually have combat. Again, like the fact that you can catch the arrows and you can pick them up when they're broken and stuff like that is pretty neat. I really like the pickpocketing mechanic. I think that's a really neat mechanic because it's not just like some lockpicking, or not lockpicking, some pickpocketing, you just like enter their pocket and like you're there forever. But this is like however long you can stay crouched behind them is going to give you the chance to be in their pocket longer. So it actually times you, and if you're not in there long enough, and if you can't get out in enough time, then they catch you. It's actually a really neat mechanic. Let's wait until there's day, because this is sort of silly. No, reticle, not rectical. Wait, isn't that's your bump, isn't it? Your rectical. Your rectumcle. Listen, guys, I'm not the brightest bulb in the pack. I'm the dimmest. I'm the dimmest. There we go. All right, let's find my horsey. Oh, there he is. This is Pebbles, guys. Let me show you the Kingdom Come Deliverance Land. I will say what this game does beautifully is it gives you a gorgeous map to explore and discover, and with the authenticity that they put into it, you know, when you can walk through the woods and hunt boar and like sell them, you can sort of just have a life in this 15th century area of Prague or wherever the fuck it is, which is actually a really, really refreshing thing. And in that sense, it's so much different than Skyrim. You're not the hero, you're not the dragonborn, you're not the fucking, you know, you're just like a blacksmith's son, and you're sort of an asshole without a recticle. And to get across the map, I mean, you can unlock fast travel things, but really you just sort of like have to ride it. There's no real other option. Like this, let's check this out. See, I like the idea that you can just like be riding across the country and then like take a peek at what this shit is. This just looks like a house. And it is. It's like a storage barn or something. And somehow we've discovered an interesting site. It's a weirdly peaceful game at times, which is really nice too. Let's go in the woods. How far are you in this game, Mike? Because you said you've been playing this for a while. Ah, an abandoned house. Who's that? Is that a lady? Oh, it's a beggar.
Help me, somebody.
What's the matter, lady? Hey, look at this.
What happened to you?
Stumbled upon a quest.
God has punished me. That's what happened. Bandits torched my house and murdered my husband. I hide in the woods at night and during the day beg here at the roadside. Can you help me, sir? A little coin? They drive me from the village, but if I bring a groschen or two to the merchant, he'll surely sell me a little food.
So let's see what... Oh, okay, so this is just pretty much... Give something to eat. I give you something to had it. Give 5. Why don't you join the refugees? I'll give you nothing. Let's give her something to eat.
Food?
Let's give her some, like, fucking... Oh, also the health of the food is really important. If you eat anything under, like, 50... because everything goes rotten, you're like almost guaranteed to get sick, and I didn't understand that because I like, let's give her 2 of these. I ended up like eating an apple and then dying because I rested. Like I didn't understand that. It's a very serious game.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, well that wasn't really any. Oh, I'll show you the pickpocketing mechanic, which is really tough. Okay, so you have to like stay hidden for as long as you can. Say I was caught.
Watch where you... Keep your hands off me, you... Christ, watch out! There's a pickpocket here.
Oh no! Come back! Get over here. Let's see if I can get her. This is gonna be so tough. Oh no. Pebbles! Come on, let's get her. The music's like so epic for such a horrific thing. Don't worry, I'm gonna be loading it. I'm not gonna be actually doing this. This is just for you guys. I don't know why I'm bothering it. Ah. Fighting on horseback is so difficult. I wonder if firing an arrow on horseback is... I didn't want to steal from her, I just wanted to show you what the pickpocketing mechanic looked like. Oh my god, everything is so difficult in this game. But the thing I really like about it is like the more you do something, the better you get at it. Like you have to practice sword fighting to be any good at sword fighting. Okay, let's stop this. Anyway, Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's a really cool game. It's buggy as shit at times, which I will openly admit is like really deterring sometimes. I use a cheat for saving because they have this really stupid thing in this game. Yeah, let's just leave her. We don't need to kill her. They have this really stupid thing that you have to use these like alcoholic concoctions in order to save, which is really frustrating, and you only have 3 at a time and you need to buy more, which I get why they do it, but I think it's such a deterring thing, especially when the game is really buggy, because you could like do something and then, you know, a bug will happen and you have to go back an hour and replay what you've just done because, you know.
If I want to leave the province, I'll have to get permission from Sir Radzik.
Oh, I can't go any further. Oh, look at that. And the map's really beautiful too. Anyway, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Figured I'd show you guys. It was a game I backed on Kickstarter a long, long time ago, so it was worth sort of showing you guys that, what it was about. I don't know, what else? I mean, we're only going to be playing for 45 minutes. I don't want to get into Hellblade, really, because it's a big one. Is there anything else? Any other new ones that I got that would be interesting to show you guys? Excuse me. Or should we just keep playing Spooky Jump Scare House of Jump Scares? Because we've been there before. Spooky's Jump House of StarCraft? Okay. This is like the only game that Justin and Chris, or not Justin, but Chris ever plays. If there's any chance to play a game with Chris, it'd be because he's on StarCraft. Let's see. Let's roll. What do you think? It's 11 o'clock on a Saturday night? Let's see if he's online. Nope. 2 hours ago, though. When we started, he was playing StarCraft. When we started the spooky stream. Chris is a diehard StarCraft fan. Which is interesting because you wouldn't think he is. Did this not launch? But when we first got into StarCraft in a big way, he, oh, what is this? He was really, really dedicated to playing StarCraft. I don't want to wait on something else. What's going on? No, I'm not waiting. whatever. I don't know. I guess maybe we'll call it there then, because there's not much else to do. I didn't have a backup plan. I'm sorry. John messaged me all these beautiful games too. I should have taken a look. I'm sorry. I don't even know if he's still here. A small list of spooky games you can beat tonight. Free, blameless, free. Maybe we'll just download one of these real quick. Human. Oh, we've played that one. Kitty Court Show. House at Hellbit. We've done that one. Could try this one. Disconnected. Downloading disconnected. Let's try this. Here, John, are you still here? Play spooky. My phone has been off all day and I found Harlan streaming. Catching the end? Yeah, we're actually like just trying to figure out what to do. Because the game we had played finished. Oh wow, that looks interesting. Oh, there we go. Use the keys N and M to decrease and increase the mouse sensitivity. Seizure warning flashing lights. Okay, this is a game called Disconnected that John sent to me. It's a free horror game. Look at that. We'll end the night with this. Hey, want to hang out? Anna says. Maybe tonight? Sure, says me. I'd love to. Great. I have something to tell you. Oh, winky face. That she wants to fuck. I'm here at 8 p.m. Is that okay? Perfect, says Anna. See you later then, I say. See you, smiley face. These people are slow texters. We would have had this conversation in one fucking sentence. What is this? Oh, it's a weird looking game. Is it like a VR game or something? Hey, I'm here. Smiley faces, Anna. Yo, Anna, you're male. Mark Ross. Anna Williams. It's so weird and trippy. Who's still here watching this? What floor was she? Protagonist is a reverse mermaid. This is actually very spoopy. It is sort of creepy, eh? Something weirdly lo-fi about it that makes it pretty sort of uncomfortable. And it looks weirdly real. Did anyone get her for her? Oh, me. Hey, Dustin. Okay, you guys are all here. Did anyone get her number? $14 people, really? Wow. I figured you guys had all left when the first game ended. So you're all watching this with me. What is that? Oh, it's a fire extinguisher. This is weirdly unsettling. Hey, I'm at your door. Man, I don't know why this game's freaking me out so much. Sorry, I'm still not home. I'm here soon, though. If you're not here, who buzzed me in? Oh, fuck. Yeah. Shit. Someone else? Where are you anyway? Well, I'll have a smoke outside. Hurry up. I don't like this at all. This is really fucking creepy. There's something really off-putting about this game. Just the way it's done. I can honestly say I think this might be the most creeped out I've been in the game we played. It's so quiet, but it's got this weird feedback, and the controls are so janky. And it looks weirdly photorealistic. You know what I mean? Because it's so lo-fi, it feels weird. It feels real. Front door is locked. Oh god. And just that little boop. I can't leave. Why do you want to leave? Oh my god. Do you want to hang out? Or not? Of course. But, oh my god. This is fucking me up. My god. Would you just answer? Oh my god. Guys, I'm like looking around my fucking room. This is freaking me out. It's way too quiet. Oh, I gotta do something else. I gotta distract myself. Yeah, it's freaking me out. It's way too freaking quiet. In the basement storage. Fuck. Oh my god. This is good. This is a good fucking game. There's a basement key. Okay. Oh, first floor, thank god. Oh, there's a basement key, first floor. Fuck. Hidden behind the extinguisher. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. This is fucking... What is that? A bottle of water. I really hate this right now. It's too quiet. Why would she still be there? The murderer is using the... I don't even know. It's not even... Look, if it was like a murderer, I'd be like, whatever. It's the fact that it's like... There's something so fucked up about this. It's like super... It's like quiet. Man, this is this is really doing something to me. Like, this is like freaking me out, guys. Like, I kind of need somebody here. The third one. What's the third one? 1, fuck. Combination. 4. Oh no. I gotta take my headphones off. This is freaking me out. Third one. It's the sound or lack of sound. Oh my god, I'm even talking quiet. Jesus Christ. Where do I am here soon. I'm too freaked out. I have to tell you something. Oh my god. I can't. I don't fucking want to play this. Please, where's the key? Oh no. I gotta... I have to take out my headphones. This is freaking me out. Please. Oh my god. What is she saying? Please, she says. Please, where's the key, I ask? Please. Below. Below what? The pail. Oh god. Do you want to hang out? Yeah, I've said it like 6 times. Did we get the key? I have my headphones off, so I don't know if the sound like clicked, but let's just say we did. Guys, this is really fucking me up. And this is where Harlan gets the inspiration for the next Revenant game. No man. I'm gonna do a horror series, but they're gonna be fucking so much creepier than Revenant. Revenant was just torture. I want it to be like scary. I fucking hate this. I can honestly say at this point, this is the scariest game I have ever played on the Spooky Stream. Want to hang out? Do you want to hang out? Want to hang out? Smiley face. There's something so unnerving about the tone. Want to hang? Oh my god. I don't know what the fuck to do. This is so fucking terrifying. Like, legitimately, this is freaking me the fuck out. Oh, the door's open now. What the fuck is that? They're like maggots? I am here.
Want to hang out, want to hang, 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 want to hang.
I don't know what the fuck to do, but I can't. I literally need to take my fucking headphones off.
Hang out, want to hang, want to 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 hang out, want to hang,
oh my god,
want to hang,
That was fucking terrifying. I need to exit that. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I need to put on something happy real quick. Anything. Some song. Oh no, every song is gonna be fucking caught. Oh my god, man. That's fucking freaky. Jesus Christ. That was so unnerving. There was something so unnerving about that. That was really fucking good. It wasn't like straight up, you know, like bleh. It was like real slow, creepy. Man, that sent a chill down my spine. I feel really uncomfortable right now. Wow. Oh god. Guys, I can't go to bed like that. That's not gonna happen, guys. Fuck. Okay, what was the other one that Anatomy? Oh, it's 2.9. That was one that John sent, so thank you, John. I feel weird about talking loud. That's how uncomfortable I am right now. Like I feel like something's gonna like stir behind me. Stardew. Yeah, I should play Stardew Valley, eh? That'll cheer me up. Stardew Valley. I should finish the character that Joe started. The Navi. We'll do multiplayer Stardew. Joe and I. We can all build a farm. Did you hear the phone call at the end? Yeah, I heard it go, and then it went, want to hang out, want to hang out. Fuck, that's bothering me so much. God, I feel like I can hear everything moving in my house behind me now. The house that Hell built, we played. Okay, I need to fucking focus on something else. Anything else right now? I feel like I keep hearing things move. I'm really freaking myself out. I'm in the basement now. I feel like everything's moving behind me. Let's play, let's punch a tree in Minecraft, will we? I haven't played Minecraft in so long. Oh god, forget that. I don't even remember my password. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Could you go into the room or did it force you to stay in the place? It just sort of like froze me there. And like I crouched. So I don't know, maybe I don't know if I fucked it up or what. But I couldn't do anything. Man, oh gosh. I really fucked with my head now. Ooh. I feel too uncomfortable. Let's play some Besieged or something. Let's do Besieged here, just for a second. Ooh. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. I think I was just so wholly not expecting that. That was the biggest issue. I kind of expected it to be cheesy, and there was something so unsettling about it. It was almost like Lynchian, like fucking David Lynch did it. It was like just fucking weird. Blah, blah, blah. Oops, what did I do? Let's do this zone where we got to build a fucking machine. I don't know if you guys ever played this Besieged. It's a really funny game. And a very tough game where you basically just have to build a machine. And I'm terrible at it. And you have to like... Actually, hold on. Let's not do this one. Let's go to a much easier level so I don't look terrible. Let's be like this. So you'd be like, kill 90% of everybody. So you have just to build a machine to kill 90% of everybody. And they have all these different like gadgets. Like, let's see, a spinning block. So we put a spinning block on, and then you get like a bunch of weapons, like this. Oops. And And then you press play and see what happens. And then as they come running at us, we just cut them up. Except this isn't not working because obviously our blades are not big enough. Come closer. Don't you want to see yourself die? I feel like this could still work. No. So then you just keep building and adding shit, and I'm trying to distract myself because I'm kind of freaked out. Is the truth. Man, that game is unsettling. I'm not okay, guys. I'm not okay. But I don't know. I don't really know what else we're gonna play, so maybe we should just call it there. For the record, I did not pee my pants. Bravely ran away. Yeah, I did not pee my pants, for the record. So, yeah, guys, this was the spooky stream. That was a really spooky end. I hope you're all having a good time. Hope you're all having a good week, a good life. Hope life's treating you well. And if it's not treating you well, I hope you do some things that make you happy. I hope you set yourself on a path to do what you want in your life. You only get one go around, so make sure you follow your heart and you follow your brains, and remember the important things, such as, what are the important things? Distilling it down, the important things, the virtues, the core values, the things that you should hold above everything else. Well, I guess they're individual, really. Ultimately, it comes down to what you find important. Be respectful, be kind, be nice, be sweet, be thoughtful, be caring, love. Love. It's crazy. It's crazy how much gets put into perspective when you, like, have a kid. I know that sounds very, like, but it's true. Not just in the sense of, like, what's important, but more so what your choices do, how your choices are going to affect the people you bring into this world. You know, if you're not honest with yourself, if you don't, you know, if you swear in front of them, if you eat poorly in front of them, if you do X, Y, Z. It's interesting, and it took a while for that to click, I think, for me to be like, wow, what I do the rest of my life isn't just going to, you know, frame Henry, but also it's going to sort of teach him what's good and what's bad and what he should be doing and what he should be trying to do in his own life, which puts things in perspective in some way. And it's been a tough go of it as of late. Because of, I think, the realization of that, because the realization that ultimately when you have someone like myself, you know, I did what my dad did to an extent. You get married, you have a house, you have kids, and so on and so forth. Sometimes you do it without question, really. Sometimes you do it for other reasons. And then you think about, well, you know, what do I want the next generation or my kids to sort of take away from all that? And any parent will tell you that they want their child to be happy. And it's easy to say, well, I want my kid to be happy. But if your kid is learning from you and you're not putting your own happiness first, then ultimately what sort of lesson are they being taught, and what can you expect them? You know, it's not a do as I say, not as I do type scenario, because if I don't make myself happy and then my son grows up and he's not happy, I can't say, well, why the hell didn't you do it? Because all he has to say is, well, you didn't do it, Dad. So sometimes you need to make the tough decisions. Question things in your life that maybe make you unhappy. question the things in your life that maybe need examination. And I think it's really easy when you're comfortable or when you've had a long time feeling a certain way to not take a moment to reflect upon those feelings and question whether they're validated or something like that. Especially the things that we become complacent in. There's a lot that we become comfortable with, so we accept it as status quo, and we believe that we are granted happiness from it because of lack of strife. You know what I mean? Like it's easy to confuse happiness with just no challenge, no issue. Whereas if you wake up, every day and it's not raining, it's easy to think, oh man, it's a beautiful day. Well, it's not necessarily a beautiful day just because it's not a bad day. That's what I'm saying, because then there still can be beautiful days. And I think it's really easy in your job or other elements to become, quote unquote, what you might think is happy, purely because it's not bad or because it's not difficult. And there's a saying that a fish, doesn't know it's lived its entire life in water until it's out of water. And I think that sometimes can be happiness too, that you can understand or feel that what you have, that you're content with, that you're happy with, until you realize that there's more that you can have. And that you should try for it. That you should strive for it if you want. Or maybe not. I mean, it's ultimately your choice. Depends on what you want out of life. My view is you have one go around. You need to do the things that make you happy, so long as they're not hurting anyone else necessarily. Well, as long as not maliciously hurting someone else for the sake of just hurting. People get hurt no matter what. If I don't fuck, Harlan, 2018. The world would be better if more people appreciated self-sacrifice. It's true, but then if you appreciate self-sacrifice, is it really self-sacrifice? If you take appreciation from the things that you do that are meant to be without being appreciated, then you're really maybe not doing them for the best reasons. We need rain to get beautiful days. I think rainy days are beautiful days. Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, I guess it's all a matter of perspective. Maybe days is a tough way to put it. I guess it's easy to confuse complacency with happiness, is more what I'm trying to say. It's easy to confuse safe and expected with what makes you happy, because maybe what makes you happy is just the fact that there's no real, if you show up to the same job, and I'm trying to think of a job that wouldn't knock anybody. There are people who would love being a bartender. There are people who would just be happy because being a bartender is not overly difficult and you have nice hours and things like that too. So I'm going to pick on bartenders apparently. But, the idea of being, I don't know why, I don't know where they're getting the brunt of this. I would love to be a bartender. But the idea that, you might be happy because bartending maybe came naturally to you and you've done it for a long time and you enjoy it. But I think oftentimes we think we enjoy these things, or we think these things bring us happiness, but what they really just bring us is comfort. They bring us a sense of familiarity. They bring us a sense of trust. They bring us a sense of steady that we've come to enjoy. And it's tough to sometimes challenge yourself to something that might be harder but more rewarding for you to actually fulfill that happiness, because the question is, what in bartending necessarily makes you happy? Is it the work itself, or is it the hours, or is it just the fact that you don't have to think about what you're doing while you're bartending? And I think it's tough sometimes when you get a taste of maybe a job that you realize that would bring you happiness, that would not just make you feel the things that bartending does in the sense of the hours and the work and the comfort and the familiarity you have, but also maybe stimulate you in ways that you hadn't experienced in bartending before. And I guess it's really tough sometimes to distinguish that difference between the complacency or what some people feel as happiness. Because I do think there are also genuine people who genuinely feel that is happiness. Happiness is having that trust. I don't know if I'm one of those people. I think I'm one of those people that more so understands that, you know, that you can do a job for many years, but the minute you kind of try a profession that you realize, oh my God, like this is something that when it comes with anything, like I said, maybe the day is a tough analogy, but it could be food, you know. You could eat one thing your entire life and be completely fine with it, and then have a taste of something else, and you're like, whoa, wait a minute. I now realize how much better these food taste. A fish doesn't know it's in water until it's out of water. Its entire life is there. Harlan coming to terms with discomfort? Not necessarily. The opposite, I think. Harlan coming to terms with the understanding that maybe it's okay to try to seek more for yourself, whether it be job or you know, food or whatever, that it's okay to question yourself and say, you know what, maybe this doesn't make me happy anymore. Maybe this job doesn't make me happy anymore. Maybe I do want something more. And it's tough and it's scary, especially if you've been in a job for a long time and you don't necessarily dislike the job, but you feel like you want something more fulfilling, something that maybe feels better. It's tough sometimes to stop. Discomfort coming to terms with Harlan. That's more like it. That bitch bends its knee to me. To see the things you gave your life to broken, stoop and build them up with worn out tools, to start again, to forge a new path. All of these things. True. It is hard as fuck to break out of safe and not hard, or being stuck, settled with life. In before entitled millennials. No, it's nothing like that. I think it's more just, it's just trying to understand what you want. And, you know, college in a way, or high school, or actually the way the school system is really developed in this country, where you're meant to do, you know, 16 different subjects, and then 8 different subjects, and then 4 different subjects, and then you're really supposed to focus on one subject. These are the ways that they give you the options to try many, many different things, and then hopefully find a job. There's also a, what is it, sunk time fallacy, some sort of where you put so much time into something. I remember speaking to a friend of mine who's been a teacher, and they've spent their entire life trying to become a teacher. They spent years and years and years and countless thousands of dollars into education to become a teacher. And then they did it. And they were like, you know, I don't know if I want to become a teacher. And I said, well, you know, you don't have to be a teacher. And they said, well, you know, it's tough. It's really tough to do all of this, to live your life, to tell all of your friends and family, and you know, to go around to every family gathering and say, hey, you know, I'm going to be a teacher. And then to do it and realize it's not what you want. And there's an idea that a lot of people would, you know, climb up to that jump off point of becoming a teacher and just jump for fear of the embarrassment it would take to go all the way back and start again. But I think it's a lot more difficult to go back and maybe re-examine. Putting your life on a path that feels natural and comfortable. It's a very human way. It's very human to attach to an ideal, whether that ideal be your job or a relationship or whatever that ideal of yourself might be. It's very easy to become comfortable and complacent with it and then follow that because of a variety of reasons. Maybe you like the way that the job makes you feel. Maybe you like the way the person makes you act. Maybe, you know, you set yourself on this course to the point where you are ready to pull the trigger, and maybe you even pull the trigger, and then you teach for a few years, and then one day you realize, yeah, this isn't for me. I don't want to do it anymore. And I think more people need to know that that's okay. It's okay to turn around and head back down the way you came. Yeah, it's embarrassing, and yeah, it's tougher. There's going to be people probably booing you, and people that you're going to have to meet at Christmas dinner in 2 years asking, well, I thought you were going to be a teacher. And you need to say, yeah, well, you know, I didn't want to. And you have to eat a certain amount of shit. And I think a lot of people are deterred from admitting failures or admitting that the path they took wasn't the right path for them because of that. We're afraid to look dumb. We're afraid to start again. We're afraid to, you know, to be unemployed at a certain age or single at a certain age. You're afraid to sort of say, well, I need to start again. Because everyone wants to look put together. But I think it's okay. I think it's okay to do that. And furthermore, I want you to know that I'm on your side to do that, if that's where you're at. It's also okay to stick it out and say, you know what, I did sink this time into it. I want to give it a fair crack, and that's fine. A lot of people do that. I think myself, I've done the very same thing. You weigh the options, you stand at the edge, you say, no, you know, this is something that's at the very least worthwhile, and you try. And sometimes that's the best decision you could have made, and sometimes it's not the best decision you could have made. And then it's a tougher walk back down. More people booing you than ever before. But it's still a walk to make. And I want you to know that I support you in whatever you want to do. Just make sure that you think it through and you follow your heart, I guess it is, or your brain. Hopefully they work in conjunction, your heart, your brain, and your left butt cheek. That's the one. That's the third member of the team, of the committee. Because fear is obviously a very powerful motivator and convincer, and it's equally scary to become that teacher and just stick with it because of fear of walking back down. Equally, fear of having to face the people by admitting you're wrong. So taking fear out of it is a really important thing. What would you do, differently if you had no fear, if you didn't have to worry about the repercussions of fear? Sometimes they're there for good reason, obviously, like jumping out of a plane without a parachute. You can be afraid of that. It's usually a good thing to be afraid of. But to use it as a deterrent or a motivator, I think it's a bad thing when it comes to trying to figure out what you want. I think a lot of people end up more often than not, stick with that job because of having to look again. And hopefully it works out for you. And if you are afraid of your job or relationship, maybe you find the circumstances or the motivation or the power, or you find someone that can help you through it, to help you kind of figure out what you want. Or maybe you speak to someone, whether it be a professional or even yourself. Maybe you just make a voicemail for yourself and you give yourself your pep talk. Or a voicemail to a friend and you never send it. Or you send it and they listen, they roll their eyes at you. Yeah. Sunk time fallacy. I can't remember the name of it. Something like that. But it's okay to walk back the way you came and start again. Harlan supports you. Harlan's there for you. Harlan's rooting for you, hoping that you figure it out. Maybe you don't. Who knows? Your left butt cheek? Yeah, your left butt cheek. That's where everything important comes from. My heart and my brain never want the same thing, says Dustin. That's tough. I think I've been very fortunate in that they usually want the same thing. They just go about it in a different way. Which can be difficult at times too. I think one's just like much quieter than the other. Now you can't sit properly. Of your chair. I just envision all these people having to sit lopsided and falling over. Well, if you cut off the left butt cheek, obviously. You need both butt cheeks for optimum balancing. You're saying, Harlan, we support you too, brother. Well, thank you, Andrew. I appreciate your support. I know you guys do. If only it were easy, it wouldn't be called the difficulty of the strife of life. It wouldn't rhyme. It'd be called everything's golden, boy. Everything's golden, pony boy. Yeah. But who knows? Who knows? I do believe it all works out in the end. I think there's this. It's not fate. I've been chewed out enough for using that word. And it's not faith, although I don't think faith is entirely bad. I think faith's been hijacked by religion to support sort of a, godly purpose. But faith in general, I don't. It's a nice ideal to say, I have faith that my dog will come back to me because he knows the way home. There's obviously logic behind that too, but there's a bit of trust, faith that, your USB will return to you after losing it. And I do believe for no religious or godly reason whatsoever, sincerely zero, but I do believe that things tend to have sort of an ebb and flow to them, that things do tend to balance. And it's not karma, it's not universal balancing. You don't need a fucking label for it, okay? You don't need to quantify it. I really hate labels. You can just say exactly what I said, and you don't have to believe it, but that's just what I do feel like there is a sort of a balancing to these things. And it's through people. It's through choices people make. It's through people seeing too much sadness in the world, so they try to give more, and people who give too much or see people too much giving, and they put more sadness in the world. I don't know. I don't think we're balanced right now, but I definitely think this swing is coming back the other way in general. And I think it happens on an individual basis too. I think people tend to try to right their own wrongs. Good people. And I do think the world is made up of mostly good people or fair people. Whether it take years for them to right their wrongs or someone else in their life to right the wrongs for them. I think that generally there's a somewhat of a balance to it. And I do feel comfortable in knowing that the path that we have, each of us, is heading towards whatever is right for the individual or whatever it is. And I know that's not a beautiful ideal, and it's not a God has a plan for you nonsense. It's nothing like that. It's just my personal belief, and maybe it's just ignorance. Maybe it's my ability to say, it's my way of saying, I can't worry about this right now. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's as simple as just that, a way to placate myself so that I don't worry so much. But I don't know. I don't live with regret, and I think most people try not to. But yeah, can't label it because I hate labels. I hate labels in any real sense. Religion, gender, politics. Very few labels. I'll take red. You can label me the red one. Because it was my choice, I guess. So there you go. And apparently it's March 4th. Congratulations. Hail from the past. What tidings do you bring from March 4th? We have found out that God does not exist. Is that true? Do we find that out conclusively? Jolly good. I can stop praying. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It has been a lot of fun. Comrade Harlan. Hope you enjoyed the spooky stream. Hope you like hanging out afterwards. And remember, let me put it in a simpler way. It takes a lot to follow. I'll put it this way, because I don't want to deter those who have worked towards goals. It takes a lot to work towards what you want in life, and it takes a lot to work towards achieving what you've always wanted to. It takes just as much to admit that maybe the path you had taken wasn't the right one. If anything, it might be harder. And it is perfectly okay to spend your entire life working towards one goal and wake up one day and say, you know, I don't think I want this anymore. It's okay. Give yourself a break. You're human. And I guess that's the best way I can put it right now, for my own sake and for anyone else who might be going through a similar thing. It's okay to start again. It's okay to work back. It's okay to admit that you were wrong. It's okay to start a new job, to build everything again. Hopefully you don't have to, but if you do, and if you want to, it's okay. Harlan's supporting you every step of the way. Have a great night, everyone. Hope you enjoyed whatever the fuck this was, and we will see you soon for another spooky stream. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you around the table.